discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome to the discussion 4 of Dreams and Shadows. That was brutal.
It certainly was.
That was
the worst boss.
That was a bad time. So I did look it up. A lot of people are like, hey, don't face Arwin if this is your first time playing. Which it was, because I was like, the rules are very simple. Like, this game is just very simplistic in everything it does. Everything just makes sense. I mean, not crystal clear, because the rules aren't, like, the best. But, I mean, what do you guys think?
I don't know. I like the variants. You go to the different areas, you get the different quests, money, buying skills.
It's pretty generic, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, for an RPG board game, yeah, it's pretty straight
right.
up. I mean, it's easy to understand.
That's true.
I mean, one round and like I get it.
Yeah,
done.
That's true. Which I guess is good.
I mean, combat's super simple. I mean, if we had more heroes,
yeah,
it turned out as horrifically as it did for us.
Right, because we couldn't do enough. We couldn't go to the places and purge the shadows and fight everything.
Yeah, it's like the rate of spawn was just like, even if like we all like killed one.
Yeah,
and that's like, and then that's us splitting up and taking on these horrific monsters that can easily kill us.
Right.
And it's like taking like no time to heal because that's like a whole turn to get there, multiple turns.
Yeah.
So I feel like with more people / giving us more heroes, we may have had a better time.
Right, because let's see, how did they spawn? So if we had 6 people, which goes up to 6, Arwin can only be attacked. Oh, that's back 2. At the end of each turn, move all foes 1 space, then place a shadow token on the map equal to half the number of champions. So yeah, so we were, and it gets rounded up whenever you're doing half. So we were actually summoning 2 every turn for 3 people. Mm-hmm. Whereas if it was 6, it'd be 6 people doing something, and you're only summoning 3. Mm-hmm. And then people come on every shadow token. But that's way more manageable to do with 6 people.
So the monsters were spawning on the shadow tokens?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
That's why because we didn't go after the shadow tokens. That'd be the only thing I can think of why it was so hard, is that I think we went like a whole turn where none of us went after a shadow. I went straight for a quest because I thought...
we thought quests were most important.
Yeah, which they were. They ended up being extremely important because that's the only way we could have fought him.
In my mind, it would have happened either way because we would have wanted to get the quest. So let's say that someone did neglect the shadow token to go get a quest. It would have happened eventually. We would have gotten bogged down. It just happened.
Right. It just happened really, really quickly because at that point, in no way did we have a leg up, like at all. Mm-hmm. So going back a little bit, yeah, I mean... yeah. So, is it... Okay, so there's a lot of things. Yes, it's a very generic fantasy. This board doesn't do much to the eye. Like, it's all very boring. But I will say the quests and the scenarios were really well worded. Like, I thought they were very descriptive, even though, like, whenever I was doing my unboxing, like, all they are is basically just a faint picture of the there's, like, it'd be nice if, like, you had some art to accommodate, but they were trying to fit in, choices and successes and failing. Mm-hmm. And I really like that.
Less is more.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially, that's true because I did really like the descriptions. My favorite part of this game were these scenarios. And was the quest. But, I mean, I understand why this game flew under the radar. Like, I don't see any reviews online on YouTube about it. It doesn't do anything new.
It kept reminding me of games that we've already played, which mushed up into one. Like, what was I was thinking of one specifically. I'll probably remember it later. Legends of Vandor.
That's so funny that you say that.
Yeah.
But keep going.
Because you were thinking of it too?
Yeah, actually, that's my friend John bought this game, and he was like, "This is the better Legends of Vandor," and I don't think so.
Not better. No.
I don't think it's better than Legends of Vandor. I don't know if it's necessarily a fair assumption. So you haven't played. I think Legends of Vandor is a smarter game, but this one has the variable scenarios. Legends of Vandor just has multiple storyline. There's a quest. And then there's another expansion, a bunch of other stuff.
What I did like, because it's not that I didn't like this game at all, is I really liked the design elements.
Mm-hmm.
I just like the whole lore that they put into it.
Oh yeah, the world book is really cool.
Very
that they did put thought into a generic
Celtic lore.
game.
Yeah.
And the art is phenomenal. That's the best part of this game.
Yeah.
I
Except
think.
I will
Well,
say
that was my favorite part, but
I'm on most of these cards. Selene is.
yeah, I think you're the main person.
She looks really different from her main picture, and then once you put her on a card, like she has way softer like features.
Yeah, because it says where the story begins. That was
Me.
Yeah, that was you. And see, and my issues with it doesn't stem from him being the hardest, because the mechanics are still the same. We just got swarmed.
Mm-hmm.
Combat is totally boring. Because it's just, you just roll a die.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it, there's no strategy to it. You just
Right.
roll a die and hope you roll high to add your attribute.
And we all love that.
Yeah, so it's like, I mean, I guess it's quick, but then again, it doesn't do anything. It's not innovative.
I mean, like again, more people, then you are more likely to be joining spaces and using the actual like group abilities, which would make it considerably more, manageable.
That's very true. I think the biggest problem with games like this is that it says on the board 2 to 6 players. Absolutely not. 4 to 6 or 4 or 6, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to have a lot of numbers to be able to do anything against anyone. At least anything with him. We haven't played the other ones. Maybe they're more manageable with 3.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the characters really don't have anything to them, so controlling 2 heroes or champions isn't out of the question.
Right, their special abilities aren't like anything that's so complex that they can handle.
You're not like, oh fuck, I forgot.
What was her ability?
Yeah, his was just, I don't get magical affiliations and or afflictions, and then I can get spells, which was really cool. Like, the spells and stuff were awesome, and like thematically I just run in, I'm just like summoning lightning and just obliterating everyone. The problem was that I couldn't kill enough to do anything to help us. Okay, so combat didn't do anything. What was your guys' favorite part about this game?
Well, I mean, I always enjoy gearing up. And
What?
Yeah. What? Anyway, that was fun. I mean, I'm always a sucker for scenarios.
Right.
I'm just a sucker.
That's what it does.
So,
right.
and I'm still pretty new to board games, so every time it pops up, I'm like, this is awesome.
Right.
This is a cool game. Of
the
4 board games I've ever played,
Yeah.
this one's up there.
Right.
Let's play Arkham Horror some night.
Oh my god. That's yeah. And the cool thing is that yes, it is a short game. We played this in about an hour and a half, maybe.
Short.
Well,
For board games, you'll learn that
is short.
Oh.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, sometimes if you're playing a good game, it's fun to have a long one. If you're, let's say this was just the worst game in the whole world, this would have felt like a long fucking hour and a half.
Yeah, I mean, it flew by, and I mean, the board doesn't really do anything. Whenever I first did my unboxing, I was like, oh wow, how lazy could they be? But then I found out they tied it into, you got a scenario based on where you're at. The Hollows, there was a lot of cryptic stuff, which felt thematic to him, which they did a really good job with. He's just impossible to beat. I'm hoping the rest aren't like that. So do you think, let's ignore the fact that we had 3 people, do you think that this game is meant to be extremely challenging? Like none of the events we got were good. I don't think any of them are good.
Yeah, I think they purposely set out for this game to test your...
To be against you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, see, now here's one. A Light in the Darkness. Each champion may choose to regain 4 health or 2 willpower.
But the name says it all. A light in the darkness.
Right.
Constantly surrounded by shit.
Yeah, I mean, the rest of them, each champion may gain a random companion from the resource deck.
Ooh.
So, there's two events out.
So yes, I would say that this game is very tough.
So it's just meant to bog you down the entire time and make it impossible.
Yeah.
I mean, if we got every shadow spot, maybe it would have been that bad. But
right.
We just kept on them. And, did it say specifically where you're supposed to put them when you draw?
So what happens is whenever you draw one, it gets placed so like this. would get placed on a 3, so that's where they go. So they go randomly.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
so
not.
that way you don't just go, okay, right beside me, where
Yeah,
it's easy to get to.
exactly. So
Yeah.
they're randomly assigned. That's why I was like, oh, okay, where's the 2 forest or whatever,
Right.
or the wilds?
Okay.
And quests are the same way. Well, except for him, it was all hollows, which made sense for his character. But then then the fear, the affiliations or afflictions were just. I mean, they're there, but they don't really do anything bad for you.
The poison was pretty bad.
The poison, that was just poor circumstance. But at that point, I knew we weren't winning. Another thing I really like is how it comes with a defeat and a victory
That's always
for
cool.
each one. I've always wondered what happens if the heroes lose.
Mm-hmm.
And in all reality, his was actually, like, at the end I was kind of rooting for him. He was just cursed and forced to live in pain forever. I mean, he had to slaughter every human to pass
Who
on.
makes these, like, who puts that on him? Who's like, you have to kill every human
That's true.
in this continent to die?
Yeah, and I got
You're
you!
setting yourself up for failure.
Right.
Probably not a human. I'm gonna
Well,
assume.
Even then, like, because you place a curse on someone to be like, fuck you, and in this one, he's just like, he's probably just like, fuck everyone, if I'm dying, they're dying too, and you're gonna be the one to do it. So, that's really funny. But yeah, like, there's not a whole lot really to say about it. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed how these actually have, some of the lines have different.
Yes.
That's actually for expansions.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if they're ever going to come out with one.
Or if they already came out with them. And it's so low on the radar.
Yeah.
For an expansion?
Yeah, so this is supposed to be like underground passages.
Oh, I was wondering.
Yeah. Oh, so the fucking okay, I gotta talk about the 3 actions. That's such a dumb number. Like, I mean, we probably could have house ruled it. We probably could have done with 3 people. Like, that's what they should have done. If you have this many people, you get 4 actions. You get 5 actions. Like, can you imagine fucking playing this with 2 people? There's no way, unless you are controlling multiple heroes. Like, you're all controlling 3.
That's the only other way I can think of.
Yeah, but it doesn't even say anything about that. Like, hey, if you're playing with 2, you need to play with more people. It's just like, people are going to try this with 2 and have 1 person. Do you think it was our character choices? Do you think we could have picked better characters that would have accommodated?
I think at the end, me and Devin were like, ooh, we should have picked the
picked
tanky
them.
ones. Yeah. Because I was like, no, I don't really want Freya. I don't really even want Mimi.
Funny enough, the rules said to pick her if you want an easier game.
Really?
Because
What,
you get to mitigate the event deck.
That was helpful.
Unfortunately,
Oh, she does?
Yeah, well,
remember she was looking at 2 events and choosing one to put on top and bottom?
And chosen one.
Oh, I didn't even notice when you guys do that. I must have been spacing out.
Because but the problem is you're doing that whenever we had, like, all the monsters.
If I were to do that every single time, I basically only have 3 actions at that point. Or 2 actions.
2 actions, yeah. One thing I actually didn't like is, so each person has their own deck of foes to fight. Like, this is a Morgan foe, this is a dragon foe. He had, like, 6, I think. Whenever you run out of foes to place with him, you're supposed to draw from the deck of other people's foes. I don't like that. I don't think that really makes any thematic sense of why all of a sudden is a Morgan foe or a dragon foe coming in when we're fighting him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really think...
Can I see the pose?
Yeah. I really think that if you're going to be as thematic, with the quest that's assigned to him and all the, epic foes and the monsters, that if you get swarmed, that they just keep coming back. That's what I was really doing. Like, unless I had to place, like, 5, I kept putting his foes back out. Because I was like, oh, that's what makes the most sense. There's no reason why a dragon foe should be out.
Right.
So, like, if we did this again with less people, I would have the 6 cards or whatever, and if you can't place any, you can't place any.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's really how it should have been. So
that's all he has at his disposal.
Yeah, that's all the people he has. I mean,
Which
you're
is
still
true
gonna go
of
fight him.
Any army, it's like,
Right.
well, okay, we have 500 men. Well, we need you to send 508. Well, I have 500 men, so
Yeah. We'll get some more people. I don't have any more
I
people.
have 500 men.
What do you guys think about the willpower? And so that is a good thing. Sorry, you guys can agree or disagree. So yes, the attack and stuff is based off die rolls, but you have the willpower to mitigate your die roll.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that it's balanced in that, or do you because it's like Or do you think willpower is like a bad way to do that? Because it was so hard to get willpower back that I guess you had to be smart about when you mitigated your die rolls.
I feel like a lot in this game you do have to be tactical and really like kind of think. I thought I was fine with it.
I did like it. It's just at the very... I mean, it could have just been a shitty situation whenever I run into a quest and have to fight a fallen knight.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God damn,
very first
blow my
one.
willpower
Right.
out to kill him.
I mean, having played it once, I would know that I definitely need to get those quest tokens.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, to
Well,
fight
it was
him.
just
right,
like-
if we read that ahead of time, you're like, oh, fuck, get quests.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like did we know who he was, or did he just come out of nowhere?
I mean, we knew kind of his lore. I read it at the beginning, but like, funny enough, his stats on Act 1. So what it is he's behind the shadows doing everything, like behind the scenes. And in Act 2, he comes out, we face him.
And he's got
His
better
stats are question marks. So like we don't know.
So, look, can I see the other foes?
I think they're in their stats are pretty much the same.
I mean, do they still don't come out in Act 1? And...
No, they all come out of Act 2, and they have their own quests for them. You still want to see them?
Sure.
I
mean, I won't read them, but in case we want to play again. But...
Right. So, do you think there's enough variety in this game?
What do you mean?
Not variety, sorry, replayability.
Yeah, I mean, the quests were frequent enough to be very, replayable.
That's true. Like you'll only ever do 5.
Yeah.
In a game.
I mean, yeah.
So in that sense, yes, there's a shit ton of replayability with the quests.
Yeah. Because it's not guaranteed that you're gonna win each time. It's not.
Sorry,
guaranteed you're gonna
quests
lose.
and scenarios. Yeah, I'm interchanging them. Yeah, so you only ever do 5 scenarios. Well, I guess 15 if you're playing with 3, depending on how many people, because you'll do 1 each turn.
Yeah.
But what there is no replayability is with the villains, like.
The only thing that has replayability is if we try to beat him.
Right now we can try and.
Because we know what happens when we lose.
We know how, yeah, so we can try and beat him, and well, I guess. Yeah, we can try a different strategy trying to fight them, so there's enough there, but there's only 3 monsters. And their quests are there. Because we only did 1. No, we did 2, but she failed.
Sorry.
I mean, doesn't really matter.
My bad.
Okay. Scale of 1 to 10.
Mm. 6.
6?
Just unimpressed with it. Like, again, don't dislike it. Just, we'll play it again.
Would you play it again?
Yeah.
Would you recommend it?
No.
You wouldn't recommend it?
Not off the top of my head, no. I wouldn't be like, oh shit, I played this game last night.
Right. You need to fucking go out and get it.
Yeah.
Devin.
In my limited experience, 7.5.
7.5?
I had a good time.
Would you recommend it?
Sorry, I got
Yeah, I was wondering, I'm like, what the fuck is...
I would
Pain in
not.
my eye.
Right.
Fucking all the way in there.
Oh, so deep.
This game was so good.
I'm in tears. Yeah, my eyes like melting. Let's see, would I recommend it? I mean, in that regard, would I recommend people get it? I mean, I'd say, hey, let's play it. If I had it, but. I mean, would I tell someone else to buy it? Nah, I mean, it wouldn't cross my mind enough to be like, hey, dude, totally buy this game.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's a new thing I'm gonna try and start doing is recommendations.
I gotta point out that
Are you reading them?
she has the longest thigh in the history of thighs.
Maybe she's like a bird person.
I think she has a bird person.
No
Bird person.
knee. If she's a bird person, maybe
She has no knee.
In bird culture,
She's hot,
that is
though.
what we call a dick
Like,
move.
From mid thigh up.
From where the knee should be. The scenarios.
Legs for days.
I really did like the scenarios, but I can think of so many other games that, hell, even video games that have the same type of lore. It doesn't do enough to be like, oh my, this was fucking wow. You gave it a 6, you gave it a 7. I'd probably give it a 6.5. It's slightly above average. The scenarios were well worded, and the art is amazing.
Other than her, we're gonna forgive them for that. They just forgot to shade.
But would I play it again? Yeah, if someone had it and they're like, "Hey, I have this game. You want to test it out?" All right, yeah, I can sit down and play.
No, I'm just looking at this one. Yeah, she's been normal.
And also would I recommend it? If you are looking for something challenging, and you don't have a lot of time, and you're not that experienced with board games, I would. But like you guys said, like if someone was like, "Hey, what kind of games?" I wouldn't pull this one out.
Right.
Like I have so many others that I can mention that give you the same type of feel.
Right.
So no, I wouldn't recommend it.
I would, yeah. If somebody wanted to play a game like this, I'd recommend The Cave.
It's a good one. A game like this.
Yeah.
A game like this. No, I mean.
Cyclades.
Fucking Cyclades. Legend of Andor is God fuck Cyclades. That's a really good one to play.
I feel like there's
if you're wanting to get that fantasy feel, Talisman, of course, I'd
Middle Earth Quest.
I mean,
I was also thinking of with the shadow tokens and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was also thinking of.
That's a good one. That's the time whenever you shit your pants and it all walks towards me like a fucking sicko.
That was your fault. You wanted to play with me. And
I ate it. It was good.
You wanted to sit down and wait for me, buddy.
But anyway, but yeah. So yeah, that's anything else? Anything else about it?
I'll play it again.
Well, you would play it again?
I'll play it again. Yeah. I dare you.
What would you guys rank the art?
The art? Oh, I'll bump that up too. I'll bump that up maybe 7.5 just because of there's some wonky stuff. She's got a real big calf.
Well, art is subject. She's Chinese all of a sudden. Oh!
Oh, wow.
What would you rank the art?
Look at, she literally like, her eyes went down, like.
8.
I mean,
I'd give it a 9. I really like the fucking art. I think it's really cool. But that's not why we play games.
It's why I play.
Just art. Anyway, anything
I
else?
like the little details more than anything, like I said. Like this, actually, I really fucking think is awesome.
That's so dumb. Well, cool. So that's it, everyone. That's the discussion for Of Dreams and Shadows. If you've played it, let us know. If we fucked up on R1, maybe it's like, you're not supposed to have that many out. I'm pretty sure we are.
Shit.
But anyway, let us know what you think of the game in the comments below. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.
Huzzah!
Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you want to support us, you can go ahead and click that link to go to my Patreon account. If you have any suggestions, you can go ahead and click the link in the show notes below to go to my Board Game Geek list. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.